Hey guys, it's me Within, and then I found a way to make my videos like better quality. You guys will be able to see the cards more clear, and since it's all updated, I decided to make an updated Sylvan deck profile. I've been playtesting with different card options, and it seems like this deck is performing pretty well still. So let's get into the deck profile. So 3 Curry Bandits, bumped it up to 3. I think the card's really good. It's proved its worth in this deck. So yeah, I made a lot of adjustments according to because I'm using 3. So yeah, 3 of him, and then 3 Sage Koya and 3 Hermitry. 3 of each of the big trees, and 3 Peacekeepers. So I bumped it up to 3 now that I'm using 3 Curry Bandits, since it's more likely that you're gonna hit it, and you're gonna see you'll be getting back those Lone Fire Blossoms more often. So still good. Especially another good thing is that if you hit it with Curry Bandit, you special summon it in defense position, and you have something to protect you instead of just being wide open. Since opening turn Curry Bandit is something that you usually want to do. 1 Cherub Sprout to get that copy plant and her spore. 1 Princess Sprout, I still like her at 1. I don't think it's worth using at 2. 1 of each, 1 Marshall Leaf and 1 Kumashimo. I think it's good to play each of them at 1. They help you get out of certain situations, like let's say like Cyber Dragon Infinity. Marshall Leaf is good in that situation since he helps you just like waste a negate on Cyber Dragon, so then you can just your plays doesn't get interrupted. And then Kumashimo helps you against Pendulum matchups, and then also against Vanity's Emptiness. Vanity's Emptiness, because normally this deck, that's 1 big card that usually gives you trouble, but Kumashimo helps you in those situations. So 1 of each. Then 3 Lone Fire Blossom. Really good with Peacekeeper, just getting it back. 1 Copy Plant. This deck can make Ultimaya to Zolkin, and this card is what makes it incredibly easy to make him. And also another thing good about this card is this guy isn't like once per turn. Like once per turn you can only use the effect of Copy Plants once. You can use it as many times as like every time you summon him. So like if you use him with Miracle Fertilizer, you summon him, you copy the level, you XYZ with him, you detach him to use whatever XYZ effect you want to use, and then let's say you use another Miracle Fertilizer, bring him back again, then you can copy his level, copy the level again, and then make him into a high level again. So yeah, this card's pretty powerful. I like it a lot. 1 Spore, pretty good with Sage Koya. You get to synchro for a level 8, and then since Sage Koya is in graveyard, you can make him into level 8. 2 Rose Lover, making your Hermitries really safe, since they aren't affected by trap cards, and then also letting you special summon Lone Fires from your hand while you have Miracle Fertilizer, since when you use Miracle Fertilizer you lose your normal summon. So I tried playing it at 1. I also think that's okay, but like I like playing it at 2 because I really wanted to increase the chances of hitting, like excavating her to go to graveyard when you use Curry Bandit, since she getting that effect off is really good. So I've been playing her at 2. And then a new card that I've been playing with that I think is really good is Mark of the Rose. So what this card does is you banish 1 plant type monster from your graveyard, then you target 1 monster your opponent controls, and then you take control of it. But during the end phase you have to give it back, but every standby phase you'll get the monster back. But I never resolved that second part of the effect, because I always try and save this card for like a push and just go for game. But another thing that like, oh yeah, the difference like this card has over like mind control is that the monster that you take can actually attack, so you can actually use that monster to go for game. And another reason why I think this card is really good, I might consider bumping up to 2 once Link Summoning comes out, but even though they haven't really explained the mechanics of how changing control of a Link monster works. Like if you just take it with like let's say like creature swap or like this card, you like if you take the link monster, you'll get those link zones. Like that seems pretty crazy that you just get those free link zones and then you can start spamming XYZs and synchros just like that. So yeah, this is a good card. I would suggest maybe like if you want to make this deck, maybe invest in like getting at least two of these for Sylvans because the card's pretty good. And another card I've been playing around with that I think is good is Symbol of Heritage. Um, I since you're playing three Peacekeepers, you're gonna be seeing that Lone Fire pretty often. So this card is live almost all the time. The reason I didn't play it in the other build is because I was scared it would be like inconsistent, and then every time I would draw it, it would be dead. But like no, since in this deck of the build is made like you're gonna see Lone Fire like almost all the time. Like on your opening hand, the chances you have three Lone Fire, Curry Bandit, chances of milling, uh, Lone Fire, and then even Peacekeepers together is pretty high, and then you'll see it, and then you can just tribute it and get the three copies in graveyard. And it opens up a lot of plays. Overall, I think it's better than the Tech 1 Super Solar Nutrient, because Super Solar Nutrient is cool and all because you could tribute like let's say like Lone Rose Lover and then special summon a Lone Fire, but then that card also had potential to be dead. Like if you used up all your Lone Fires, then it had really like no good targets. But yeah, Symbol of Heritage is pretty good. I like it. Three Miracle Fertilizers still. Find it too good to cut down. One copy of Twin Twisters for your spell and trap removal. One Foolish Burial. The card I always like end up choosing to throw in the grave like 90% of the time is Rose Lover. She's all to set up those safe Hermitry plays, so you really don't have to worry about anything. And I mean, other options are always like Spore, or if you have Miracle Fertilizer, just set up a play with Miracle Fertilizer. But yeah, that's the reason why I use this card. And three Sylvan Charities, your drawing card. Where's the third copy? There we go. Three Sylvan Charities, drawing card. One Soul Charge because opening it with Lone Fire is the best thing this deck can do. Two Mount Sylvanias. I was considering cutting it down to one, but then I was scared that I would not see it as much as I wanted to. So yeah, still playing it at two. I think it's good. A new card I've been playtesting with that I've been seeing a lot of success, and I'm surprised I haven't played it until now, is Sylvan Blessing. I've been playing it at two, and I never played with this card, so I had no idea like how it would work, and I was like, why not? Just let's try it out, and it's been really successful. Like what this card does is you place one card on from your hand on either the top or bottom of the deck. Then you can special summon one Sylvan monster from your hand or from your graveyard. That monster that you special summon is unaffected by card effects. And then during the end phase, you have to place that card either the monster you special summoned either on the top or bottom of the deck. So yeah, a card like you can set up your play. So like let's say you Sylvan Blessing, put like Peacekeeper on the top of the deck, special summon a Hermitry. That Hermitry isn't affected by anything, and then you use the effect. You get to excavate your Peacekeeper and then just go make plays from there and get your draw. And yeah, so this card just like opens up, makes those Hermitries in hand, or even Sage Koya. Like you can do stuff with them, and then they won't be affected by anything. And even if you don't have any cards that you don't want to put on the top of your deck, you can always just put them on the bottom, so that you don't screw yourself over and then you have to draw into a dead card. But yeah, the card's really good. And then another good thing about playing this card is that now I'm playing three Sylvan cards, three Sylvan Spell and Trap cards in the deck. So Sylvan Blessing, Mount Sylvania, and Sylvan Charity. So if you Curry Bandit and then you reveal any of these cards plus Sage Koya, you can target any other spell and trap card, add that card to your hand, Sage Koya will activate, and then he will let you add any of these from your graveyard to your hand. So you get two cards. So it just increases the chances of that happening, of getting those pluses. So it's another good thing to consider. But yeah, if you're a Sylvan player and you haven't tried playing Sylvan Blessing, I really suggest playing it. Even with link summoning mechanics like main deck monsters, strong monsters that are unaffected by cards seems like really appealing. So I think this card's pretty good. And then the last two cards that I've been playing around with that I think are really good too are two Threatening Roars. Since Curry Bandit is your opening play that you usually want to go for, Threatening Roar helps you survive and like be safe that second turn that you're wide open, that you wasted your normal summon and trying to set up for one turn. Because this deck usually you need one turn to set up, maybe even two, but like after one or two turns you're all set to just like go for really crazy plays. So Threatening Roar helps you survive. Plus, if you hit a Peacekeeper during your end phase and then you special summon Lone Fire, this helps you protect your Lone Fires. So that's why I think this card is worth running. Another card that I would think about replacing this card for though is Lost Wind, but Lost Wind won't be able to like really ensure like your Lone Fires, or even if you hit like let's say Princess Sprout, Threatening Roar will really help you like protect those cards, and then you can even go for bigger plays than what you normally would if those cards survive. So yeah, two Threatening Roars. And that's the whole main deck. So now for the extra deck, we have one Ultimate Tzolk'in. Really easy to make in this deck. Like I said, with Copy Plant, it's super easy to make this card. You just special summon, you just stack your Cherub Sprout on the top of your deck, excavate it, and then special summon Copy Plant. Copy Plant copies your Hermitry or Sage Koya, and there you go, you have your Tzolk'in. And then the rest of the synchros I play in this deck are just Ultimaya targets. So one Beals, one Stardust Dragon, one Scrap Dragon, one Black Rose Moonlight Dragon, one Void Ogre Dragon, and one Hot Red Dragon Archfiend. So if you guys are planning on making this deck like in real life, since this deck is pretty budget, but one way I would improve it is I would actually replace this Hot Red Dragon Archfiend with a Crystal Wing. But I actually don't think Crystal Wing's a very good like card to invest in, since it's really expensive, and then once Link summoning happens, I don't think Crystal Wing will be nearly as like relevant as it is now. Like I think it will like just completely drop down in price, and then like even it being cheaper, like I don't think it will really be used in this deck at all anymore. But until that happens, I like this lineup. I mean, Hot Red Dragon Archfiend's not too bad. I mean, you can always special summon Tzolk'in, get the special summon with it to get Hot Red, and then you can just get a field wipe, and it won't kill your Tzolk'in. Unlike Scarlet, I think its name is, the other Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, the one that mostly everybody uses, is it won't kill your Ultimaya. So that's why I think it's good. And now for the XYZs. This is one Felgrand Knight. So one Felgrand, one Lancelot, one Aurea, one Big Eye, one Alcé, one Harbinger, and then the last ones are the two Photon Dragons, the Galaxy Eyes Prime Photon Dragon and the Armor Photon Dragon. Since with Curry Bandit you're going for a lot of setups, and then you usually go for the OTK like turn 2, turn 3, or turn 4. This guy just helps you make those big pushes. And then yes, and against Raid Raptors, good too. Another note just to bring up is strong enough to get over that what's it called? The Ultimate Falcon, I think it's called. The 3500 beater. That is unaffected by like anything basically. Yeah, helps you get rid of that. And yeah, that's the deck profile. Hope you guys like it. I hope you guys try out this deck, see what you guys think. Comment, let me know what you guys think, if you guys would make any changes to it. Gladly take suggestions. And also let me know what you guys think of like the setup I have right now. I think it's definitely better than the last video. It's like way more clear and easier to see the cards. And yeah, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Later.